Okay, balik po tayo. Ngayon, ang matatanong natin dito, ano ang marahil na dapat na ginawa dito ng Sanofi? Dapat dito yung Sanofi should have voluntarily withdrawn that product and told, because they needed to do some more clinical testing to find out bakit ganon ang depekto nung kanilang bakuna na hindi kayang puksain at lalong palalalain pa pag ikay nagkaroon ng dengue later on in your life pag nabakunahan ka, na magiging mas severe yung dengue yun at pwede kang mamatay. Further clinical tests should have been undertaken voluntarily. And this is where, if Sanofi were an ethical pharmaceutical, they should have volunteered it. And maski na magpilit ang Pilipinas, hindi gusto kong bilhin, ethically, Sanofi should have told the Philippines, I'd like to satisfy you, but give us more time, but we cannot do it. Yun namang dito sa Pilipinas, minamadali nila ng gusto. Bakit? Pag hindi napasok ito, itong bago matapos ang taon na ito, sa next year, mapoproblema na naman tayo sa budget. Maling rason When it comes to health, you should never be in such a hurry unless there are very clear scientific and medical benefits from what is going to happen. Alam niyo, wala naman tayong ginagawang gamot dito sa Pilipinas, kanya dito kuminsan natutuliro na rin ang utak ko, na walang side effect. Ganon din itong Dengvaxia. Meron palang side effect dito na hindi maganda. Hindi dapat pinagpatuloy. I don't care what your motive is. Huwag kayo maghugas ng kamay ngayon. It was, at best, I will say, a mistaken form of judgment. Huwag ka magtago sa likuran nun. Kayong mga nandun sa dating pamahalaan ni Pinoy. And you, the former president, don't hide behind your good intentions as though you could exculpate yourself from the responsibility when it is very clear. There was a defect in the vaccine and your people and your team were already advised by Sanofi, may problema itong bakunang ito. Pero hindi. Nagpilit kayo. So dito natin makikita na yan ang talaga nangyayari. But there is another question that I want to raise. Is our FDA really capable of evaluating all of the scientific data that may be presented by Sanofi? Or did our FDA rely strictly on its own resources to evaluate? Why? Because all this information was available already at the time. Bakit pa nyo i-endorsohin yan, itutulak, and then DOH? Anong sasabihin ng FDA? Sa ilalim kami ng DOH. Pag sinabi nila, di anong magagawa natin? No. Alam mo, dito kailangan yung espiritu ng isang bayani. Kung nandun ka sa FDA and you were aware of this, I wish that you had thought it through and had the courage to stand up and say, no, I will not endorse this. Maski na anong pera ang ialok sa iyo, maski na anong banta ang idalin sa iyo, maninindigan ka kasi iyon ang tama. An improperly developed vaccine is vital to the health of the nation. And especially the children, because you are touching them at such a tender age, when their immune systems have not yet been fully developed. And then when you begin to introduce this antiviral vaccine that is supposed to kill a particular type of dengue virus, apat na klase yung virus na yan Hindi naman sinasabi na Sanofi na it's effective on all four. Kanya dito natin makikita na maraming mga technical questions na hindi nasisiyasat at hindi natitingnan. Pasensya lang po, huwag magagalit yung iba. But sometimes this is the wisdom behind care. You know, it's not a question of how fast you move. Sometimes you need to pause. You need to think it through. You need to evaluate the scientific. You need to consult with other nations. You need to consult with other infectious disease experts or other people that are involved. Because ito namang, itong vaccine, ito pinag-aaralan yan hanggang sa Harvard They also look at it. tinitingnan nila. And then to take a look, tingnan mo ang parameters ng kanilang mga clinical studies. Alright, how many times, how ganito, ganon. Tingnan mo, evaluate mo, what were the methods used? How was the information and the statistics collected? Because sometimes the statistics are collected to favor the drug so that they can make money. And it's already been proven fact, quite a number of pharmaceuticals have paid for studies like this with the conclusions drawn before they began the study. And you know, you go check the internet, it's full of those advices. Kanya dito natin nakita, huwag naman tayong masyadong magpatanga dito sa ating bayan. Huwag tayong masyadong magpasilaw kung ang salapi ay napapag-usapan. At hindi pwede itong bigayan kasi sinabi ni ganito, sinabi ito, when it comes to the health of the people, walang presidente dapat magutos. Bakit? Nalalaman ba niya ang ginagawa niya? Doktor ba siya? Is he a scientist? That is why I'm saying that sometimes, sabi nga nila, good intentions pave the way to perdition. Kuminsan talagang mas malaki ang kasamaang dinudulot ng magandang intensyon pero walang utak. Hindi nag-iisip, hindi nag-aaral, hindi tinitingnan ng ginagawa. Kasi sampalataya ka tayo sa Sanofi pastor ng Francia, ng gumagawa ng bakuna. Important lesson for us, and I hope that we learned it. All right. From 0916-736-1553. Sa hearing, parang sinabi ni ex-President Pinoy na yung dengue vaccine program was done in good faith. There are issues swirling na minadali ito para magkaroon ng pera sa eleksyon. What is your take on this? You know, I cannot judge what I don't know. I can only go on the basis, yun ang sinabi niya. Ang intention ko dito, mabuti. Kanya, pinapaliwanag ko, you cannot justify a wrong action based on good intentions. Mali pa rin. The good intentions of the one who made the mistake in making a certain judgment does not excuse him. Mas nasabihin niyang, hindi ko katulad yan, marahil ang guilt niya is a little bit minimized if it is true. But what I'm saying here is, minadali lahat ito for budgetary reasons para magkaroon ng pera at hindi na mag-impay ng next year. Na baka tumagal yan. So, ngayon, kanya dito yung coincidence ng events dito na pangyayari. Kanya nagsususpetsa ang maraming tao na, nangibabaw na si Pinoy, inahabi niya, I did this in good faith. And it does not excuse either him or his administration or his people in his own cabinet who were responsible for all of these things. What can I say? Because ngayon, lumalabas nga na all the warnings were there. Alam nila. Now, who is the genius there? Who said, it does not matter. It is good. They made a judgment. And now, let's hear them defend it. Di ba? Malaman natin, sino nga yung nagsabi noon. And who did Pinoy listen to? Sino ba ang kinausap niya? Now, kung ito nag-umpisa pa nung panahon ni Secretary Ona, pero Secretary Garin also spoke to Sanofi, and she admits it, and they talked in Paris. Now, if Sanofi did not raise the issue of that warning, and if they had taken a position, we will delay. I am sorry. You may be angry. But we will not release a product that can be a danger to your population. The result would have been so different. And yun dito, parati naghahalo yung pera. Katulad nga yan, minsan sinabi ng isang CEO ng pharmaceutical, we don't care about healing. What we care about is our bottom line. Yan, malinaw. That they play around with people's lives and health for the sake of money. Kakalungkot if medical practice is being reduced to simply a matter of salapi. Nakakalungkot yan. Now, whether it's a pharmaceutical company or whether it's an individual doctor practicing with and doing procedures for the sake of money. Wow, that would be sad. But all I'm saying is, I don't think this is something that they should wash off and hide under the rug. Those responsible for making those decisions should be called to account and made to explain why they did not listen to the warning that had been issued about the effectivity of this vaccine and the problem of what they call the antibody-dependent enhancement result of a vaccination for dengue. From 0935-264-2362, good evening po. Since na maraming nabakunahan na mga bata kahit dumanas ng dengue o hindi, ano ang alternative way ng government na hindi mangyayari ang hindi dapat mangyari sa resulta ng bakuna balang araw? Wala na pong magagawa kung nabakunahan niya. Kanya lang, yung bakunang yan, 3 bahagi. Iisa pa lang ang nabigay. Ewan ko, ipapatuloy na yung pangalawa o pangatlo. Dapat yan, complete stop. And let us hope that dahil sa iisa pa lang ang bakuna, na marahil hindi pa ganong dadami ang maapektuhan ng hindi maganda. It will take several years kasi kailangan, sabi nila, yung antibody-dependent enhancement can take place over a couple of years. So, sa taon ito, baka wala pa tayong makita. Pero baka makita natin sa 2019 o sa 2020. Ano magagawa mo doon? Wala. Ngayon, ito, babala na lang sa mga taong bayan. Kung yung nabakuna ang anak ninyo, nakagayon, nagkaroon, huwag niyong isipin na dahil nabakunahan, hindi na magkakaroon ng dengue. Masdan ninyo sapagkat ang dengue kailangang mahuli habang maaga para mabigyan ng lunas. Kung yung tipo ng dengue dadating dun sa mga yung mga hindi nakaranas ng dengue bago nabakunahan at nagkaroon ngayon ng dengue, magiging mas malala, mas maaga yung dalhin yan sa ospital para yan ay maibsan, will be better. I'm not saying na meron diyang necessarily mamamatay, but I suspect that the incidence of death may go up. By how much? Who knows? I cannot tell. I do not know how many children were vaccinated who had never had dengue before. I do not also know why the Department of Health, in imposing the dengue vaccine, did not include that in the questionnaire. Nagkaroon na ba ng dengue itong anak mo? Bawat isa sa kanya, kailangan natatanong nun. And then, the people giving the vaccine should then have been warned and authorized and instructed by the Department of Health. Kung ito ay hindi pa nagkakaroon ng dengue, huwag mo ituloy ang bakuna. And we would have avoided all the problems. Sabi nga nila, paano ba naman yan, brother mo? Nakaraan na yan eh. Hindi eh. Kung hindi tayo matututo sa nangyari, paano tayo sa kinabukasan? Siguro kailangan konting, natin, kung hindi tayo marunong tumingin sa ating nakaraan, paano tayong pupunta sa ating pupuntahan? How do you develop wisdom then in administration, especially in the medical profession, when so many things are changing? Yung pinag-aralan natin dito na 10, 15, 20 years ago, pasado na eh. Ay, nako. Before we go ahead and we go now to the other part of our program, we have paused for a few reminders. We'll be right back.